How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully, having a great holiday season here. As I said last video, hopefully, had a good Christmas. Looking forward to New Year's. Today, we're going to be looking at and reviewing the YOGES. Hopefully, saying that right. I'm not entirely sure how to say their company name, but the YOGES VR golf attachment handle, essentially. And what this is, it's pretty self-explanatory, I guess. It's basically an extender for your VR controller, particularly for the Meta Quest 3, 3S, and Quest 2 handle or controllers go into the attachment and essentially extend your grip for how far and how natural it feels to play golf and a couple other sports games. We'll talk about games in VR. So I'm gonna kind of go over what this is, what the use cases are for it, what I think about the actual stick, and give it a general 0 through 10 review score here. So what this is again is a VR golf stick attachment extender, I guess you could say. It essentially mimics a golf club, uh, and you slip your VR handle or your VR controller into this end here. This is compatible with the 3, 3S, and Quest 2 controllers. So if you're not on those, tough luck, kind of. But those are the most popular headsets, I'd say. That covers probably the majority of the user base, and it essentially, mimics a golf handle for a more immersive and a better feeling kind of experience when you're playing golf games. Those being kind of the big ones, kind of being the Golf Plus, the VRE Golf Club, the Walkabout Mini Golf. Works with all of those. Works for putting. Works for driving. Works for everything in between with the irons. It's a great headset overall. And yeah, very useful attachment. Reasonably priced. I believe on Amazon, if you pick one of these up recently, or if you pick one of these up soon, it is about $42 USD on Amazon. Ships pretty. That's a reasonable price for what they are right now. It's actually kind of affordable if you look at other comparable options for what I think is honestly the best looking and the most useful of the golf handle attachments. So yeah, I think it's a pretty solid pickup. It's very functional, has a lot of use cases for VR players, and yeah, so let's just get into how this works, I guess, before we kind of give you my thoughts and opinions on this from usage. And by the way, I just want to say this video is not sponsored by Yogs. This was purchased by me. This was not sent to me. I have no contact with this company to review their golf handle here. But yeah, so how this works essentially, you have the stick, obviously. Grab your Meta Quest 3 controller, 3S, or Quest 2 controller. And this is the kind of hole, the golf stick holder end of the stick. There's a little hole there you can see, as you can see through. That is for the safety strap here. So, and also, a thing to note is this only works with the right controller for your right hand. I believe you can still use this left or right-handed for people who are left-handed or ambidextrous or right-handed. You can use it for all three, but that's just, I believe, the controller is only right-hand capable. Basically, you slip the safety strip through that hole and then kind of slide down the MetaQuest 3 or whatever controller you're using. Kind of push it in there kind of firmly. It doesn't go all the way in as you'd expect, but you can get a pretty good kind of, you can get a pretty far, like deep into there if you just push pretty hard there. And essentially, that's how it essentially base holds it. But you don't want it from falling out when you're going through your powerful drives. So another thing that they do, you take the safety strap, and on this little adjustable kind of clicky clack piece right here on the attachment, as you might see, there's a little kind of indent right there. That is for taking your safety strap, particularly the part that's after the little kind of management part there, hooking it through and onto this. Got to untangle this. Got tangled up recently. Hooking this onto the little notch that's on the VR handle like indents right there. So just hooking that piece on as so, taking that and then twisting this piece of the mechanism until it essentially you can't twist it anymore there, like right there. And what that does essentially is wraps the safety strap, the rope material, around kind of like in a circle of the towards the end of the club right there. This makes it a lot more secure and makes it so it does not fall out easily. Taking a big risk there. I was going directly towards my screen. But yeah, it's very secure in there. It feels very secure. I've used this in Walkabout Mini Golf and Golf Plus extensively and testing it on camera here. I've never once felt that this wasn't secure. This maybe, oh, there's a little play there. This is it works very well and keeps you know, keeps your grip very secure. And then lastly, if you want, because this is kind of a short, I know I'm not standing up, but this is kind of a short extender. If you want a longer club, that's where this metal piece comes in. You simply lefty-loosey this, and as you can see, you can extend this. It has markings for different centimeters, all the way from 40 centimeters, which is basically the base attachment that I've had it in this video, all the way out to essentially 60 centimeters at the base there. And then you just kind of retighten this to the right to make sure this doesn't, sway while you're swinging or holding that. And this thing does not come back in after that. And you have a much longer VR golf attachment. Trying to kind of angle that down. You have a much longer VR golf attachment, which, depending on your arm length, you can adjust it for, and makes it a lot better and more immersive to play a VR golf game. I should probably do this the opposite way so I can actually somewhat showcase this. It just makes it a much more immersive kind of feeling when you're playing golf or even when you're putting and doing, walkabout mini golf and stuff like that. So I love the length of this thing. I love the adjustability of it. I mean, the handle itself, apart from just having a very nice design personally, I think, looking very good, is excellent. It's this rubberized grip that feels amazing for securely holding your actual golf club in. I've never had this slip around in my hand or ever feel like it's going to come flying out at out of my hands and hit the wall or something. It's a good length. It's adjustable depending on your arm length and your height and everything and how you like to play. And it's an immersive VR attachment that I think is kind of a no-brainer if you're a big VR golf player or just even want to get into it at all. I think for walkabout mini golf, let's just go there first since I think it's a smaller portion because obviously it's just mini golf. For that, you can get away with just using the handle, in my opinion, or just using the controller. And all to unhook it, basically just twist it the other way until it loosens the VR safety strap there completely. You unlatch or unhook the safety strap from the notch there, and just simply pull out a little hard because you have it in there pretty firmly, hopefully. That, and then just that's the golf attachment. Then you can loosen this, obviously, at the bottom here with this. That kind of rotates, and then just pull that down and retighten it. So now it stays there, easy to store, very easy to tuck away. Then you have your controller back. Essentially, it just comes with a little manual of how to use it, and then in a cardboard box with it. But yeah, it's very good. And getting back to the point of use cases, it's incredible. It makes it feel so much more immersive when you golf, whether it's putting, driving, or irons, any distances, whether it's mini golf, putting, whether it's actual golf, you're playing Golf Plus or something like that. It makes a huge difference. Having played both with just the controller and with the attachment, I don't think I can go back to just the controller for either game at this point. This is an affordable, mega, like huge upgrade. Putting, doing walkabout mini golf of just because in golf games you can only use the one controller, and that's how it is when you're golfing with just a controller. You can only use the one, whether it's walkabout or golf plus. You only use your one right controller usually, or maybe left, I guess, if you're lefty. If you're just using the controller, and a walkabout mini golf, you can get away with it because it's pretty simple, putting movements, and it does a good job of extending it. But I'd still say it feels a lot better with this, even in putting. It gives you more immersion, it gives you a better grip, it gives you a better kind of putting motion. So I personally prefer it for that. And then something like Golf Plus. Using this in Golf Plus, unless you're just trying to do some like whip around like baseball like hit for it, I hate golfing with just the controller. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel immersive. It's not that good at extending. This is a game changer for a game like Golf Plus, or like an like a VR golf club or whatever. This is a huge game changer and makes it feel so much better. It's for those if you play those games a lot, even if you play Walkabout Mini Golf a lot. I think this is a one of the best investments and accessories you can get for VR personally. It is a fantastic handle, got a great grip, got a good extension, got very secure in here. It feels no wiggle room or play or any fear of it flying out. It's affordable as far as VR attachments go and golf clubs go. It's a great product and it's a great company. I really again, this isn't sponsored, but I hope one day it is maybe because I really do love these guys' products so far. This is a must-have for a lot of VR golf players. And yeah, I mean, I can't really go back to just using the controller in either. And another good feature of this is in games like Golf Plus, when I load it up and kind of set up the game and the settings, it literally asked me, "Do you have a golf attachment handle and which one is it?" Of course, this was one and I selected it. It does an amazing job of projecting it at any length, at any extension length you want. It feels great. There's no kind of input lag or tracking issues and where is this thing or how long is it extended issues when you're using the golf club. It tracks it perfectly at the end there. Feels very natural, very good to hit, just like you're hitting a real golf club. Um, Obviously, with the pretty decently at full extension added length, you have to be aware of your surroundings so you don't whack somebody in the back on your backswing or all the way through, and you don't hit the wall or something else in the way. So obviously, it extends, your reach, and you have to be even more aware than you would be when you're using just a controller. But I mean, for most people, that's a more than even trade-off if you have the space and just kind of being aware. But it's a very good attachment. I can't say enough good things about this. I definitely recommend you pick up the YOGES VR golf attachment handle. If you're a big golf, VR player, it's definitely worth the investment. Or even if you just casually play sometimes, it's still, if you have the money, it's still a great attachment. As for my kind of final wrap-up thoughts here, as well as, giving a 0 out of 10 score, it's a great attachment. It looks good, it feels good, great grip, great extension, works well with golf games, extra level of immersion, extra level of skill, and just ability to actually golf in VR. It is a fantastic product for a very affordable and reasonable price. If you're a golf VR player, this is almost a must-have extension. So yeah, as far as a 0 out of 10 score, or 0 through 10 score, I'm going to give the YOGES VR golf attachment handle a 10 out of 10. I know I shouldn't be giving those out like candy or anything. I'm not, but this isn't a life-changing accessory, especially if you're not a golf player. But for what it is in its specific use case, I think this is about as good as it gets. So while it's not some life-changing product must buy for everybody, even if you don't have a VR headset, it's for what it is, it's a 10 out of 10 because in its market, in its niche, in its goal of what it's trying to do, it excels in every way, and in my opinion, is the best on the market and the best kind of experience you can have through the looks, the grip, the extension adjustability, the secureness of the controller, and the use of it feels very good. The use cases of it, whether it's golf plus, putting, driving, irons, mini golf. You can use this as a tennis racket in certain games too. You can use it as a baseball club, different extension lengths, of course. It's versatile. It's a great thing. I give this a perfect 10 out of 10. I'll have a summarized review such as it is in the comments below. And yeah, make sure to remember to subscribe and like, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this golf club, any experiences or any questions you have regarding it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.